Well, guys, it seems that Mario is missing this time around and not Luigi for once. Hello, guys. My name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, and the rambling idiot. And where has Mario gone after 35 years of just setting the video game world ablaze in a fiery great glory? The plumber is no longer here because guess what? It's April 1st, 2021. And we're going to dive in. We're going to dig in on why that is such a thing and why Mario was a limited time with the 35th anniversary, with games including the Super Mario Bros. 35 and especially Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And before we get started, folks, hey, it's NikoTheLegend here. If you like what you see today, please leave a subscribe, comment, like, whatever you want. I hope to see you guys again. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, so this is the big thing here. Dev explains why Nintendo made Mario's anniversary games a limited time. Now, as you all know, the 35th Mario anniversary was a big thing to celebrate. A lot of us gamers were pretty excited to see the old plumber kicking some serious butt still, not aging a day, and always saving our beloved princess and taking out the Koopa, the king of all turtles. Now, with that said, why was it so limited of an event? Well, apparently FOMO, F-O-M-O, is the reason, which means fear of missing out. And we're going to dive in right now on the discovery of a supposed answer that many of us are still wondering and worried about. It's the 1st of April, and you know what that means. A handful of Mario games have been removed. Why has this happened, and what is Nintendo's reasoning? Fans are still searching for answers to these questions. While nobody seems to really be able to provide an answer, Vice reporter Patrick Klepek investigated the whole limited release thing last year and received an insightful response from a developer who has worked with Nintendo on multiple occasions in the past. Apparently, it's rather straightforward. The video game giant is resorting to artificial scarcity because it believes it drives sales by playing on people's FOMO, F-O-M-O, otherwise known as a fear of missing out. They have data that shows that releases of games tend to wither on wish lists, said a developer who's been involved with publishing several games on Switch, who asked to remain anonymous because they were not permitted to publicly discuss their meetings with Nintendo. The manufactured FOMO, fear of missing out, helps them get those sales, or so they think. Last year, Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser had a crack at explaining why Mario's games would be removed, starting how it was a celebration of Mario. At this time, he also noted how it would not be a strategy widely used going forward. Yeah, I think I used a simple word, celebration. This is a celebration of Mario's 35th anniversary, and we wanted to celebrate in unique and different ways. And we've done that through games like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, or we will be doing that through future releases such as Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And then we've also done it through releases such as Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. Or through Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. There are various ways that we're celebrating Mario's 35th, and with some of these titles we felt it was an opportunity to release them for a limited period of time. They've done very well. Super Mario 3D All-Stars has sold over 2.6 million units in the US alone, and so clearly consumers have been able to jump in and enjoy that. And it's not strategy that we're going to be using widely, but it's one we thought was very unique for the actual anniversary. End quote. So what do you think about the idea of Nintendo using limited time releases to drive sales? How would you feel about similar offerings in the future? Now, with that said, guys, how are we feeling that these Mario games are off the shelves for all eternity? Unless Nintendo just has the biggest supply and demand for Mario games of all time. Then they'd be like, okay, maybe there's a lot more money to be made. Honestly, I don't think people were going to get ever, I don't know what you call it, wish list fatigue, I guess we'll call it, or where this game loses its specialness on the celebration. This is kind of unprecedented for me to see such a thing done. It's very gutsy and it's very confident of them to do. And sure, they may have made the money, they may have made the sales. There's nothing, going against that. That's great on a business perspective. Fantastic. But now let's just say the fans that didn't get it. There's still millions and millions of other people in the world that enjoy Mario but don't have this experience to play it now. Maybe they played it growing up and they're like, yeah, I played it enough. We don't need to play it anymore. Big deal, right? They move on. Well, some people around my age, which I'm like in my early 30s, or I don't know, kids these days who don't have the money all the time to get $60 games because they decided to go this other route. I'm just trying to come up with any kind of scenario, even if it's bad, so bear with me, please. they won't get that chance now. And the only chance they ever get is hopefully someone sells it for cheap on LetGo. Because on eBay, you are not going to find this for cheap. It's going to be scalped hard because this was such a limited time event. And believe it or not, you guys better hold dearly to your Mario 3D All-Stars physical copy because it's going to be worth a lot of money in the long run, if not already. Now, this is a business practice that developers have done countless times before, not just for games themselves, but for, I don't know, events in video games that take place, these limited time events where they have these certain things you can buy or acquire through different means. Like in MMOs they have that, in shooters they have that, you know, the themed celebrations that you can only get this specific loot around this specific time. And then maybe they'll bring it back, or it's more of a pain in the butt to get this time around in the future. And we've been through that countless times, but it's interesting to see how Mario has been put into that category of limited time releases. But, you know, it's kind of I get there's pros and cons to this, of course, and the reasons can go on forever. And I'm kind of glad. I'm glad to hear that Doug Bowser, hopefully he sticks to his word, his guns, that this is not something that they're going to be practicing all the time. Now, with that said, we have to see how they celebrate the Zelda 35th anniversary and see if that's going to be a limited time event. Because after seeing the sales for this going on and knowing how successful it's been, I'm going to guarantee that Zelda's going to get the same treatment because they want that same type of feel, the same type of business practice, the same finances. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because, hey, guess what? There are plenty of things to get in this world that were limited time events, and, you know, I guess they just want you to really be a part of that experience, and if you missed out, you missed out. Hey, you weren't invited to your friend's birthday party who was supposed to be your friend? Well, there's always next year, right? It still sucks. So, I can't say, honestly, if this is the best way they could have gone with this limited time anniversary thing, because they were thinking that Mario wasn't going to be, you know, this anniversary was just going to wear off. The novelty was going to wear off. These games weren't going to sell as much as, you know, as they were in this limited time event. It's interesting to see, and to them, it was probably a success. So Zelda, we're just waiting on that. Hopefully it doesn't do it, because I honestly, not to go with this type of movement, but I just want all y'all to have the chance to experience this game anytime, shape, or form, anytime or place. You know, there's a particular moment for every type of feeling, right, that we get. And, you know, it's not always we want to play a Mario game. It took me a little bit to want to go back and play through these original classic games, this trilogy here, in the Mario 3D All-Stars. You know, there's a time and place for everything. So if I didn't do that, then it's unfortunate for me. I had my chance to do this because it's been happening for a while. But it's just like I just now wanted to do it. And guess what? It's going to be scalped online. It's going to be hard to obtain, and maybe on LetGo it'll be cheap. But anyway, that's just like a scenario there and how I'm feeling with the situation. So what do you guys think? Do you think this fear of missing out, this FOMO, is a smart business tactic for a lot of consumers these days? You think it was the right thing to do for Mario's celebration? Or are you the side of the coin that say, hey, why don't we just keep celebrating the 35th anniversary of Mario forever, right? Let's just keep it going. Like, keep the games on the shelves. Let people keep celebrating it, you know? We'll see. And then Zelda 35th anniversary will be interesting to see on how Nintendo deals with this. So, Doug Bowser, I hope you keep your cards close to your chest, because we'll find out what you guys are all about at Nintendo. Anyway, folks, that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you did enjoy. I have been your host, NikoTheLegend, the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, and the rambling idiot. And this has been it's been a while since we've done a Mario video. I ain't gonna lie, I don't usually do that on the channel. You'll see Mass Effect just looming over the channel's success, if you want to call it success. But I'd like to give this a shot. Why not? So guys, appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope to see you again. Take care, Pathfinders.